journey this week begins in the capital of modern-day Guatemala City, the largest and most modern city of all of Central America. We travel through the mountains of Guatemala to the western highlands, some 3 hours west of Guatemala City, and what is arguably the second most often visited tourist destination in Guatemala, Lake Atitlan. We arrive in the city of Panajachel, or Pana as the locals call it. Pana is located on the north shore of Lake Atitlan, and from this town you can reach all of the villages and small towns anywhere on the lake via water taxi. We reach our destination of Posada de Don Rodrigo, where we will set up our base of operations for the next few days. Lake Atitlan is volcanic in origin and was formed some 84,000 years ago in a massive volcanic eruption. The lake has a maximum depth of about 340 meters or 1,120 feet, making it the deepest lake in all of Central America. It is surrounded by deep escarpments and by 3 volcanoes located on the south side of the lake. Viewing the lake for the first time, I was struck by the stunning beauty of the site, and one can easily see why Lake Atitlan has the reputation as the most beautiful lake on the planet. We head out from Pana to explore the other villages that surround the lake in search of more information about many of the ancient legends that make up the more than 2,000-year history of this lake. Specifically, we are interested in the legends of a sunken Mayan city and a temple that was discovered by a local diver here in 1996. The diver, Roberto Samaroya, for whom the site is named, Sam for the first 3 letters of Roberto's last name, and the word Abaj, meaning stone, in Cachaquel Maya. This is Tommy Vawter with TreasureWorks, and today we're sitting over the sunken Mayan ruins here in Lake Atitlan. It's too bad you're not here with me. This is just an absolutely gorgeous location, and just 3 or 4 meters below me are ancient ruins from dating back nearly 2,000 years. We're still working on doing some diving on it, so hopefully we'll be able to bring you some underwater video. Probably not today, but we'll see. But in the meantime, also this hill back behind me is also an interesting story. It's called Oro, and is rumored to be that there is much Mayan gold that was buried in a secret cave inside that mountain back when the Spanish came and messed everything up for Guatemala. We have made arrangements to dive the Mayan ruins of Samabaj in the morning and make our way to the Museo Lacustre Atitlan to have a look at some of the objects that have been recovered by archaeologists from in and around the ruins. The museum also just happens to be located on the property that we picked for our hotel. Archaeologists have made every attempt to keep the location of this underwater city a secret in order to keep the looters off the site. However, after a fair amount of research, we were able to pinpoint the location with relative certainty, and our local dive master, who has been on the site, verified the location for us on charts. The museum is excellent, and I highly recommend it to anyone visiting Panajachel. So sit back and enjoy these pictures as we prepare to dive the ruins. It's a little bit chilly.
Pásamela. Listo, Len.
Sí. Ahora bien.
Vamos. Vamos.
We follow the anchor line down to 50 plus feet below the surface, landing directly on the ruins, and we'll be diving on a part of the ruins that is between 50 and 95 feet deep. For nearly 2,000 years, descendants of the Maya have passed down the legend of a great temple that sits at the bottom of Lake Atitlan. The temple was on an island at the south end of the lake and in front of the volcano Santiago. Inhabitants of the area are from the late pre-classic period, which lasted from 500 BC to 100 AD, and lived on the island between 200 BC and 200 AD. Because this discovery is so recent, not much is known about the island and its inhabitants. And for unknown reasons, the lake level rose suddenly and the island was submerged forever. Only recently have archaeologists taken an interest in the site, and they have mapped a 400 square meter area with side scan sonar and have been excavating some structures on a raised portion of the lake bed. Archaeologists have found 6 ceremonial monuments and 4 altars, indicating that this was once an important place from a spiritual point of view. Some of the stelae have been removed and taken to the laboratory for cleaning and decipherment of the glyphs. Here, my dive partner bags us a little snack for the ride back into shore. The area we are diving on here shows no recent excavation activity other than a mask, a weight, and a broom that were found at the bottom. As you can see, visibility is poor, and there is much growth covering all of the ruins, making it difficult to distinguish carvings and structures. Most of what remains is also covered by centuries of overburden. Well, as to be expected, all good things must come to an end, and our tanks are down to less than 500 psi, so it's time to head back up to the surface. But this won't be our last dive here in Lake Atitlan, and besides that, we've got Cerro de Oro to deal with, and tons of gold buried in a palace deep inside this mountain. So we'll be back, stay tuned, and follow us on our next great treasure hunting adventure.
Oro!
¿Se te fue?